Hello and welcome to Ali Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet a very easy bucket hat. Our materials will be a pair of scissors, letter H, 5mm hook. I'm using this acrylic yarn, maroon color, and it has a 4-ply in it. The brand is Crafter's Secret. Yeah. So to begin, make a magic ring. Chain 1. Chain above to 2, but this is not counted as your double crochet. So we're going to do a 12 double crochet inside the ring. 1. So here we are now with our 12 double crochet. Tighten up your work, your ring, and sew it later on to hide the tail. So now find the first double crochet post, not the chain 2 here. So this one, and slip stitch on top of that first double crochet, and chain 1, 2. So now we're going to increase our work, but in every rows that we are going to start, we need to have a chain 2, but this is not counted as our double crochet. We're going to increase, so make 2 double crochet in each of the following 12 stitches for a total of 24. So here on our first stitch, we're going to do a 2 double crochet and do the same all around, and I'll meet you there. And here we are on our last stitch, 2 double crochet and slip stitch on the first double crochet. Yarn over, pull through, and chain 2. So in our third row, we're going to increase, and this time we're going to do a 1 double crochet on that same stitch, and the pattern will be double crochet, 2 double crochet, double crochet in the next, and 2 double crochet. Alternate your increase all around. So here 1, then 2, then 1 and 2, and I'll meet you here in our last stitch. So here we are in our last stitch. Make 2 double crochet, and this will be the end of our third row. And again, as usual, slip stitch into the first double crochet, not this chain 2. Slip stitch, pull through, and chain 2. And then again, we're going to do a double crochet on that very first stitch, another double crochet on the next stitch, and increase on the third stitch, which is 2 double crochet. And this will be our pattern, 2 double crochet in each of the following 2 stitches, and in the third stitch we're going to increase, which is 2 double crochet all around the circle, and I'll meet you here in our last stitch. So here's a little trick, guys. If you like, let's say you missed counting, all you have to do is find your increase right here. On the second row, you got the increase here, and on the third row, you should have the increase on top of that. And now we're going to increase on top of that 2 double crochet. 1 and 2. In every rows, your increase will be and should be on top of that increase that you made on your previous row all the time. So even if I'm not counting this, I'm still going to know where I'm going to increase. So here, I'm going to increase in this post because I already know that on the previous row it is also the increase. So this is our last. Every time you are in the end of your work, you should always have an increase, because if not, you might miss out some stitches or you miss out counting. So again, slip stitch on the first double crochet and chain 2, two, not 3, and double crochet on that same stitch, double crochet in the next, another double crochet into the next, and now we're going to increase in our 4th stitches. So the pattern will be single crochet 3 times and increase on the 4th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this will be our 5th row. So do the same pattern and I'll meet you in the last stitch over here. Here we are in our last stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4 in our 5th row. Make 2 double crochet as usual and slip stitch on top of the double crochet, then chain 2. So here I'm going to do for up to 8 rows in total, and in every rows, so here in our 5th row we increase in the 4th stitch. In our 6th row we're going to increase in our 5th stitch, and in the 7th row we're going to do in our 6th increase in our 6th stitch, and on the 8th rows we're going to increase in our 7th stitch. So do that and I'll meet you in our last stitches in the 8 rows. So guys, I found out that my head circumference is only a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 row total. So I'm going to stop here in the 7th row, and the 8 rows will be the large size, 6th rows will be the small size, and 7th row will be the medium size. So I'll be going with the medium size, which is 7th row. So here I am now in our last stitch, which is 2 double crochet and slip stitch on top of the double crochet, chain 2. So now we're not going to increase anymore. We're going to do a double crochet all around, but this time we're only going to do it in the back loop only. Double crochet in each of the following back loops all around, and I'll meet you in the last stitch. And this is our last stitch, 1 double crochet, which is the total of 85 double crochet all around, and again slip stitch into the first double crochet and chain 2. So as you can see, guys, it formed now. It is started to form into a bucket, which is this circumference here on top is the top of the hat, of course. And now we're going to do a body of the hat, which is in between the brim and the top hat. And we're going to add another 5 rows in this area, and no more increasing. Just do this the 85 double crochet all around, but you should always start with the chain 2 but not counted as double crochet. So do the double crochet and the same stitch which counted as 1 double crochet, and do the rest of 84 double crochet, and I'm going to meet you in our 6th rows over here. So here we are now with our last stitch in the 6th row of the center of our hat, and we need to do still a double crochet, and as usual slip stitch into the first double crochet and chain 2. We're going to do our brim and 6 double crochet, but in the front loop only. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, and we're going to increase here in our 7th stitch. So here we're going to do double crochet first, but only on the front loops. 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So we're going to do more, increase in that 7th stitch. So we're going to add 1 more double crochet, and this time 1 2 3 4 5 6. In every 7 stitches we're going to increase our work, and I'll meet you in the last stitch of the 8th row. So here we are with our last stitches. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and on the 7th stitch increase, which is 2 double crochet and slip stitch on top of the first double crochet, then chain 2. And this time we're going to alternate our work, so this row will be no increase, just a normal double crochet, but you need to take both loops already. And on the third row we're going to increase on the 8 stitches, and then the next row, which is fourth row, we're going to do the normal double crochet. So I'll meet you there in our fourth row. So this is the last stitches of our fourth row in our brim. Double crochet, slip stitch, and chain 1. And we're going to do a single crochet all around, no more increases. 1 all around, and this will be our last rows, and I'll meet you at the end. And slip stitch into the very first stitch, chain 1, cut your yarn, make sure to leave allowance for the sewing. And here is our bucket hat. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope that I delivered the tutorial very well. And please, if you like my video, please consider to subscribe on my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell for more updates. And by the way, you have to sew this tail in here and hide also this one. Thank you again, guys. Bye bye.